Okay. Are we all... Ah! I'm so bad at this. Are we getting in there? Okay. Oh gosh, this is so annoying. This tripod stand just doesn't want me to win at life. And like, that's fine or whatever, that's your prerogative, but like, okay. Whew. Sorry, y'all. It's all over the place. Okay, so I bought Taco Cabana, like, let me see, please. 30 minutes ago, so hopefully it's still okay. Oh gosh, no. Okay. What's happening? Okay, savagery. Okay. So yeah, I got a bowl of this stuff. This looks different, but whatever. Oh, yeah, I should probably show you. I'm not sure how this goes, but it's just the bowl thing, like the tortilla shell bowl thing. That's what I use the knife and spoon for, whatever. It's okay. But how's everyone else's week been? Okay, so I'm suing my internet company because Elmer, is it really good? Am I the only person who gets the reference? Or is that too obscure? / too specific? Oh, that's good. That bite was like... Okay, thank you, Elmer. Hey, Taquan. Is that episode subbed yet? Yes, it's from... Hey, Luna. Okay, but did y'all see that tweet? Hey, Anthony. Danganronpa V3. We're just discussing our weeks. Mine's been like kind of hectic-ish because I had to fill in for someone else. So that was fun. It's a lot of beans. Oh, Quan said he listed some girl groups I may not know in the Pretty Much reaction video. Thank you. If you didn't see it already, I posted my reaction to this American, well, North American, because one of the members is Canadian boy band, so I'd appreciate it if you could watch it sometime today or tomorrow. But it's actually really fun. Kiana says her spidey senses declared that I was a bit smitten. Actually, funny enough, hey Joy, it was exactly what happened whenever I watched Seventh Sense and like Mark came on the screen. It was like, ooh, who's that? And then like he came on a second time and I was like, a child. And lo and behold, it's a child, so. Aquasha says they was decent. So, you know, if hater numero uno, Aquasha says they're decent, they're actually pretty good. I was genuinely shocked. Not because, like, I think usually American boy bands aren't talented or anything. It's just that usually the, like, music and everything just isn't, it doesn't appeal to me at all. Kiana. Austin literally can't dance to save his life, but I think it's really cute. Hey, Sarah. Sarah's been listening to them the past hour. Actually, I've been listening to them since I reacted. So since, like, was it Monday or Tuesday? Yeah, either Monday or Tuesday. That's all I've been... Not really all I've been listening to. I only know, like, two of their... I've only seen two of their songs to download, but, like, every single day I start off with Would You Mind? And then Teacher has to come up at some point. Anthony's been listening to some Cosmic Girls and Monsta X, and he watched Twice's first Japanese music video single. Hey, Elmer thinks Pretty Much is cool. Hey, Lauren. Wait, Joy, what? What did the article say? Frankie asks, is it a lot to say that the beat reminded me of Belle Biv DeVoe Poison? No, not at all. I mean, it was very, like, I was actually expecting, I wasn't really expecting it, but, like, it was interesting because I was getting ready to celebrate the anniversary of One of One. So, like, I was already in that New Jack Swing appreciation mode, and then, like, I listened to it, and it was New Jack Swing. And they had the whole VCR theme, but it was still very, like, modern. So they, like, sonically, and, like, I guess a bit with the choreo, they kind of went for the New Jack Swing theme, but they didn't really go all the way out with the concept. Which is, like, I guess very typical of an American boy band. Oh, Akasha's been making top 10 lists for EXO, BTS, SHINee, and NCT. I have no idea what your number ones are. Lauren just finished listening to the One of One album again, and she's been blessed. I was thinking of, like, doing a little summary video of, like, my whole presentation that I gave in class one time. But, like, the anniversary's already passed, and I'm not sure if anyone actually cares. But, like, I still want to do it anyway. But then that would take away from, like, doing videos that, like, people actually care about, so. Hey, Sophia. Sophia can't believe it's been 1 year since SHINee invented music. I know, right? But, like, seriously? seriously, the one thing that just like took it to the next level for me with that comeback was them on this radio show. I don't know why I always hear themes, or I always remember like clips from them on a radio show, and I can never find the clip whenever I tell someone about it, but I specifically remember them, I think it was Jung Jaehyun, they were talking about like their concept and who inspired it, and they said New Edition and Bobby Brown, and I said yes. Thoughts on the unit? Okay, so I don't get it. But this is precisely why I'm completely jumping ahead of myself. But I'm talking about Hansel. This is why I did not get into SM Rookies, because companies switch people out within like the first year of debut. So why would I put myself through the stress of following someone before they're even like put in a group to debut in? Like, why would I do that to myself? I wouldn't, and I didn't. So, I mean, I was still mad about Hansel leaving or whatever, but like, it isn't as bad as like people who followed him from all of the SM Rookies promo and all of that stuff. And I saw someone say that like, you know, people shouldn't just automatically come for SM and act like Hansel had no say in the matter. And that like maybe he just was tired of like not having like a certain debut or like a certain schedule or activity or whatever, so he moved companies, which is totally his prerogative. But at the same time, SM, why are you wasting talent like that? Like, why would you... I like it, part 2. Shift! Baby don't like it. I saw a gif of that hair thing. Is that, who's just manufacturing scraggly braid hats is my main question. Joy said, by the way, on the Onyu section of the Melodizen podcast, you and Devon sounded like wives giving a testimony after their ain't shit husband has been exposed. Is that not what we are? Is that not what we are at this point? You know what hurts my feelings? What really hurts my feelings is he's tall. That's the most like vapid. I don't know what it is, but like as soon as I became like an adult, I just became really, really vapid as a fan. Weird. Oh yeah, and then Hansel, formerly of Top Dog, has officially left and he's enlisting. Top Dog breaks my heart. But then some other people were theorizing that Hansel probably isn't going to get much screen time or anything. Or much anything on the unit because SM is close with KBS, so... To your dream? To your dream. I actually have no idea how tall Hansel is, but he looks really tall. Like, he looks almost Johnny tall. And he can dance. So, like, and he looks like Utah without the Wait, Yuta or Jaehyun has a boyfriend? Jaehyun. Have we been seeing my husband on Law of the Jungle? Oh, I'm so stupid. Chester just told me to check out Law of the Jungle. Wait, is that the newest episode? Ah! Devana, I'm honored. Like, I'm really... You're welcome. Both you and Jara. Yes, they're children, but... C'est la vie. Devana, I'm honestly skeptical of your height assessments because you're not even 5'7", but I endorse that statement. Sophia, I thought Yuta and Hansel were the same person until last month. Okay. Oh, okay. "5'11", aka a good 6 feet. That's not 6 feet. Devana, you don't understand. I'm 5'8.5". If I put sneakers on, that becomes 5'9". If I don't have sneakers on, that's not 5'9". Like, that inch is significant. It is very significant. Is it good? Is it really good? Awakening. 5'6.5", aka not 5'7". So no. Excuse me. For this like dance competition, so they like saw NCT BTS Monster X. April and Twice. Joy, it's not an attack, it's simply the truth. It's really... Sophia's... The East to West girls said they're about 170 centimeters to like 175 centimeters. And they said Jaehyun was like their height. That's a difference. I'm honestly suing my internet company because, like, I live in the boonies or whatever, but, like, it's 2017. You know how to get internet to this area. Why won't you give it to me when you charge me, like, $200 a month? But whatever. Little girl ready to fight, mate. 5'1" and all. I've only been able to listen to Change Up because Trauma came out right after Sammy, Sophie, and I finished filming reactions. So here we are. Elmer Jaehyun was looking so good, and I know people like to call him a catfish, but he's my catfish, and I grew up on catfish, so... Is it good? To be honest, I never believed the heights of these idols. They all lie. That's a definite truth. That's a definite truth. That's why Johnny has me shook. Cause you know what traumatized me with idol heights? Whenever I found out Sooyoung from SNSD was 5'7", I thought she was like a clean 5'9". at least. I was just, Lucas, I don't understand. Like, what's the point of that when you're a child? And, like, I feel like I'm really at that point. Like, 1999 is the cutoff. That's the cutoff year for me. So, like, if you're born 99 and later, you're forever a child. So, like, what's the point of you being 6'3"? Like, Sophia, Johnny is big for a very specific reason. Thank you. Wow, that's really cool. I actually really like the 17 subunits. And I liked like 17's recent comeback a lot, so I'm intrigued. TR Dream says, Johnny would give a small girl good hugs. Johnny would give a big girl good hugs as well. So like, Johnny is for all of the girls. I really want NCT to come on tour, like a proper, like, each general area tour. But if we don't get that, I need them to be at South by Southwest, K-pop all night, K-pop night, whatever. You know what's funny? Do they, like, not perform Whiplash because not everyone is in the number? Like, sis, you're gonna have to do better. Like, you're really gonna have to do better. But either way, okay, so Limitless. TR Dream, you still have a ways to grow, TBH. Or you might just stay 5'1", it depends. I was 5'8.5". Like 8th grade, and I just never went past that, because like, what's the point? Like, literally, what's the point? Fire Truck is a beautiful, the choreo is amazing. The song, like literally everything about Fire Truck outside of the choreo is just kind of ugly. But then even parts of the choreo are also ugly. Wait, TR Dream, aren't you like 13 or whatever? Aquasha says, if there's no twerking in the Whiplash choreo, I'm punching SM in the Adam's apple, TBH. I am jumping on stage and putting twerking in the choreo if there is none. So SM, it's up to you. Either you put it or I put it. I suggest you put it. I was 5'6" in the 5th grade. Taquan has a random non-K-pop question. Does anyone watch Star? I don't watch Star. I don't really watch TV at all. Yeah, 13, you still have a way. You could have a ways to grow, or you could just stay stuck at 5'1". It's pretty up in the air. But I'm just all around. Okay, so this is completely off topic, but in the Pretty Much video, I was like, okay, this is scary because they're domestic. what's it called? Pretty Much. I actually have a video that I filmed that I need to edit and post. But they're coming to Houston in like a month or so, and it's only $20. And they already announced on their Twitter that, hey, we're just going to be in this place in Richmond, Virginia. Come. Surprise pop-up meet and greet stuff. And it's like, this is really stressful because, like, I'm entirely too old to be fighting, like, 15-year-olds at, like, an album signing or something. So, like, what is this? Elmer, I did see the Whiplash choreo. I actually saw that like last week, but I don't know. I somehow forgot about it. Kwasha says they're gonna have to drag my off stage, but knowing Taeyong, he's probably gonna kick me in the chest. Wow. Wait, what? Sarah says twerking is going to happen in the crowd during Whiplash and Baby Don't Like It. At the very least. At the very least. Devana says, why is Jung Jaehyun singing about eating ass in the year 2017? How exactly are we? How are we as a race, as a global society? Cause this booty eating business, I don't quite. Chester says, what's a TV? You mean background noise box, basically. TR Dream. I feel like such an annoying auntie because, like, I push NCT Dream on, like, every underage fan and they're just like, So thank you, TR Dream, for appreciating my sons. Peach? It's called Peach? Okay. Aquasha, I'm actually eating a taco bowl, so I would appreciate it if we didn't compare people's anuses to taco bowls right now, cause... But yeah. Joy says she's tired and she refuses. I concur. Although, I wouldn't mind Johnny or Shonyu or Wonho just choking me real quick with their thighs. Dreamies will not be Dreamies forever. I'm actually really curious what they're going to do with the unit, because in like 3 years, they're all going to be out of there, so... Yeah, even Jisung will be out. Unless that's just where they're going to put all the, like, young, ready-to-debut guys. Oh my gosh. Okay, so today I saw a picture of Wonho and he wasn't translucent and I was absolutely shook because Lami's always talking about he used to be like tan or whatever during the survival show days, but I didn't watch the survival show, so I'm just like, okay. But I saw recent evidence of his like melanin production abilities and I was like, wow, okay, interesting. So what? We hot, we young. Hajima. So what? We hot, we young. Ever since BTS was on the BBMAs, I've just been wondering, like, what actually is up? Because, like, BTS was, like, whatever, regular idol colors when pictures were taken of them in Korea. Then, like, 2 days later in Las Vegas, they're bronze. So, either American cameras have, like, a bronzer filter, or Korean cameras have, like, a cake soap bleaching filter, because, like, Sophia said Ratmon's a whole NC45. Is all I'm saying. Is all I'm saying. So, like, I'm confused. Because, like, we always talk about, oh, you're whitewashing this, like, particularly dark idol. But I feel like we don't even discuss, like... But I feel like that's even surface level. Because, like, to a certain extent, I feel like they whitewash like I've seen Jaehyun whitewashed, I've seen Wonho whitewashed. Like, why are you whitewashing someone who's already translucent? Like, do you know how much it hurts that my whole husband went into the jungle and he came back and the closest thing I saw to like melanation was like a hint of yellow on his hand, because we can't have anything outside of white on his face. And it's just like, can we chill? Like, can we take a picture of him and just put that out into the universe? Do we have to, like, cause like, honestly, really, it was alarming. It was slightly shocking seeing BTS in all their bronze and glory, and I wasn't prepped nor primed. So it was just like, whoa. But whatever. Cultural differences or whatever. A Korean fan site whitewashed the actor who plays the clown from It. That's when I understood what it was. No, like, I knew that they weren't pale. I wasn't like, who was it? Like, Ratmon was looking like this on the camera, so I was just like... But in the fan pics, I mean, like they literally went from, like, this color in Korea to, like, this color in the US in like, what, 36 hours? How? Why? Like, Taquan needs Monsta X to do a Magic Mike concept. I need them to not. Like, it's already too much as it is. Wannables? No offense. Like, Western Wannables, it seem like whatever. But it seems like Korean Wannables are just trying to make sure they're, like, notorious. Which is, like, fine, I guess, but, like... Hey, Okola! Cause I need a man. Did you see that theme? That clip of from EXO on Party People? And the fans were like whining about JYP alluding to them possibly one day in the future having girlfriends. And like all of EXO was like, okay. Especially like Baekhyun and Kai, they were like, bitch, we gonna have them anyway, so like whatever. And then Xiumin was just like, bitch, who asked you? Like. And then the thing that was weird was like, this is like, cause like usually you read like comments or something, or you hear a story about like a crazy fan. But for me, it was like weird to like see the camera like cut to the fans who were doing this as it was happening. And it's like, sis, you're a grown ass woman. Like, how? How now, brown cow? Like, how are you a whole 25 and you're telling a grown man that you don't know, no, don't date, because your poster's on my wall and I listen to your voice every day? Like, how does that really feel, sis? How's that working out for you? The only way I could be an idol is if I had that like Ice Princess Jessica image, but then everyone would hate you, so like, sucks. What? Anthony wants the X nude thing. I could never with the sasaeng, like, never. Like the one that really just like drilled it into my head how messed up these like really, really regular normal situations are is like Mark from NCT has had a sasaeng since he entered high school. Like imagine someone stalking you with a camera since your freshman year of high school. Like, okay. Positive Awakening hates the fact that Super Junior's Sungmin can't have a comeback with the members because elves are mad that he got married. I still don't understand. I know like some people are just like, oh, she's rubbing it in our faces, but like, oh no, Jisung broke his foot. Oh! Kwon, okay, so that was in reference to Kwon's comment that Minhyuk from Monsta X said that he wants to do a nude pictorial with his bandmates like Shinhwa did. Oh, okay. Joy said the only way she could be an idol is if she committed an act so awful in this life and was punished for it in her next reincarnation. Wow, okay. I haven't heard Luna Weird Eye Circle Unit yet. I mean, that was kind of what was happening with DBSK. Like, their security guard punched a fan / sasaeng. I forgot which one she was. And, like, it was really controversial, but, like... Then you remember, like, the Wannabulls who were, like, scraping skin off of 101. Kwon said, you know, they would put dreads and cornrows on you all the time if you were an idol. Whenever I imagine a black idol, I just remember Crystal K, the Japanese singer, in like her early days, when I guess like there weren't any black people in Japan, so like they would just like straighten her hair, but then it would be like weighed down, and it was just sad. I haven't watched LAKEY's Sheep music video. Amber's in Boston shooting a movie. Like, okay, sis. That sounded really shady. I'm actually happy for her that she's, like, doing stuff. But, like, at the same time, I want my FX comeback. I want the finale, like... Hey, Lami. Elves are like showing strong. Like even for just for Donghae and Eunhyuk at KCON, there was like a super strong elf presence. So I mean, that's that. DR Dream, aren't you 13? My friend is with me and she thinks I have a mommy fetish because Taeyong is my ultimate and he's a mommy. Y'all are weird. This is so awkward. Like, I don't know. I might maybe look like way uglier, but I feel like okay. Whatever. This will just have to work. Okay. So we're just gonna have to do this because I've been bending and reaching this entire week and like I haven't listened to the TV. Excuse me. Wait, is it for real? No. Diok or Kyuhyun? Does anyone else feel bad for like how little Korean they know compared to like how long they've been into K-pop? Is anyone else slightly bothered by like, I guess the normalization of daddy kink and all of that stuff? Cause like, it still bothers me. But that's just me. Chester said, when FX disbands, he's gonna ugly cry and go through all 5 stages of grief. I mean, I'm just gonna fight everyone in my path if they don't have like a decent finale comeback. Like, even if it's just F3. Wait, Joy said she's on a late night walk. Someone please explain to her why some stupid freshmen are carrying a mattress outside. Sounds about right. Oh, yeah, Lami, I figured out that it was Zion. Zion's my bias, and pretty much followed by Brandon, who's from Texas. But they're all really young, which is like weird. What is the shame? What is the shame? Mm-hmm. Sophia said it's a bit weird when 18 and under fans say it like, don't you got some algebra homework to do? What you know about a kink? Sarah can't stand saying daddy either. Like, I don't even actually call my dad daddy, but like I did once upon a time. So like, it's just like, I hate you, Aquasha. Just letting you know. Is anyone else like low-key victimized slash terrorized by Johnny? Because like I feel like I'm kind of by myself. Because I feel like there are people who are like, oh gee, like we've been waiting for Johnny this entire time. He's finally out. We're finally here. Fans. And then there are people who are like, literally, what does he do? And I'm like smack dab in the middle where like, I don't know what he does, but I appreciate it anyway. Sophia became anti-Johnny after that daddy theme. Elmer, exactly. Johnny is powerful. Because, like, I still haven't heard him sing to this day. I haven't really seen him like eat choreo like that for real, yet here I am. That's dangerous. That's power. TR Dream, you might want to clean that up. Hey, TR Dream's friend, stop calling TR Dream's ultimate a mommy fetish. That's weird. How are you younger than 13? Like, that doesn't even make sense. Like, hey Ree says, Johnny is there to be tall and have half the stuff he says end up in crack video compilations. You know what's really weird? I don't know if crack compilations just weren't a thing when I first got into fandom, but like, now? Now that I've gotten into NCT, that is, here we are. Wait, Positive Awakening said that he sang on one of the SMTV episodes. Kwan says, Johnny with black hair is life, but I do want to see him with white. I do not. I do not. Oh, TR Dream's friend is literally 12. So, like, you're literally 12. I call 15-year-olds 12. So, like, I'm not sure what I'll call a 12-year-old for real. The MMAs and the mamas. Aren't the mamas supposed to be held in 3 cities or something this year? What does that even mean? Luna said, I done searched up Johnny singing so many times and I never found a video, but like, here we are. Okay, so I tweeted about this earlier this week, or did I? I don't know if I talked about it in last week's stream, but I was just being random, falling into another NCT fan video rabbit hole on YouTube. And then I just saw a bunch of these, like, from babies to, like, now for, like, each NCT member. So then I went to the Johnny one, and there were, like, 3, 4, 5 comments out of, like, 15 or something talking about some, oh my gosh, is Johnny mixed? Is Johnny mixed? Because, like, he doesn't really look Korean. There was, like, it was... I think the reason it stuck out to me so much was because, like, not just that there were, like, multiple comments saying that or, like, asking that. There was, like, one in, like, Spanish, and I was just like, we're doing this in multiple languages. And, like, the rationale was when he was, like, a baby or whatever, he had brown, like, his hair was, like, or his hair was or is naturally brown, as opposed to, like, black. And it was just like, black hair Taeyong. Like, any dark hair color on actually, I'm not particularly interested in seeing, like, red or anything. But, like, any, like dark brown. Black. Like, dark, deep ash, gray, black. All of that is just majestic. First group I experienced a crack video with, I think it was actually Green Day, which is weird, but yeah. I haven't listened to Trauma yet because we're going to react to it, but it came out right after we finished reacting. So, yeah. Joy said the mamas are in 3 cities because they need to justify it being called Asian Awards. Why don't you justify it by actually giving awards to non-Korean Asians? Why do we need to have it all over the place? I did see Jaehyun sing A Whole New World on Mickey Mouse Club to Kwon. Am I the only person who feels like every single time Jaehyun like opens his mouth in English, he just sounds like, "Hi, I'm Jay from NCT, and you're watching Disney Channel." Sophia, she's biracial. She's a biracial girl. Frankie said he saw a reaction video and the guy said Johnny looks exotic. Okay, so I've seen that comment from like Korean people. Like I think it was Weekly Idol, like one of those shows. Like the MC was like, "Oh, are you like not Korean or whatever?" But I feel like there the implication is usually that he's like some other kind of Asian, because like I guess I can kind of see that. I don't know what different kinds of Asian people look like, if that makes sense. But like the few people that I can think of that kind of look a bit like Johnny are like Chinese. So like I could see where they might be like, oh, he looks Southeast Asian, or he looks Chinese, or he looks like some other kind of non-Korean Asian. But like all of the comments in that video were like implying that he's like half white or something, and I'm like, you do not need to be half white for your eyes to look brighter when there's light shining directly into it. Like, Luna said Johnny looks Asian. Basically, like, I don't get it, but cause his hair, but then like that's the weirdest thing to me. Like, oh, he has like chestnut brown hair, so he's probably like, again, like I've known a few like just East Asian people who have brown as opposed to like jet black hair. And they weren't mixed with anything. They just had brown hair. I always said for real though, why NCT killing it in the visual department? Those guys got me questioning my sexuality. Elmer, we are not judging. Cause like I lived in America for 4 years. Positive Awakening said Jaehyun is low-key an all-American Korean boy. He just like, I don't even know. Like I don't. Lauren says he looks Korean. Like this is okay. Luna says Jaehyun gives her Prince Ben / Troy Bolton feels. Bet on it, head ass. Jenna. I'm actually like really bad at like being able to tell when people are mixed. I don't know why, but then like I feel like that's like a cultural difference, cuz like especially with like black people and like Asian people, I feel like it's hard for people to like conceptualize that there are enough differences within our groups that like it would qualify as a mix or like a difference enough to like actually talk about it. I don't know if I articulated that well. What? Ricky? Ricky? Anthony says he wants to marry Jaehyun. Fight him. All I want. Sis, we don't have to fight. We just need to figure out an arrangement. What? What? Okay, are you making stuff up at this point? So, Jun is ethnically Korean. So he's like an ethnic Korean Chinese person? Or like he's just a Korean kid whose parents like moved to China? Or like what's really good? Because now I'm just. Positive Awakening was saying, but in Korean they don't know how to differentiate between nationality and ethnicity. I mean, but for Korea, like nationality and ethnicity are the same thing, so it would make sense if they say, "Oh, you look Chinese," that you look exotic, because China isn't Korea, so like that's a different place with like different people, so it looks different. Like y'all are just. I'm so confused with everything that's going on. Ricky looks like he could be slightly mixed too. Ricky? Taquan said the boy is mine. Okay, and that's the key thing. Joy said, Koreans in general, to her, look like they have more variety than they like to say. Like, not all Korean people look exactly the same, so I don't understand how you see someone who I guess doesn't look Korean or whatever, and you're just like, oh, must be mixed, because lowest of keys, there was a slight implication of he's tall and muscular, and he has brown hair, so he's probably white. Like, are you serious? I mean, I can't tell. I can't be bothered to tell or anything because, like, Vernon is mixed. Okay, yay, Sarah's back. Okay. Okay, so Positive Awakening's talking about how you could have parents from a different country and they could give birth to you in Korea, which makes you Korean, but Koreans don't get that. But like that's also a different thing. I don't know if Positive Awakening you're from America, but like some I don't know how it is right now, but like for some people you're like low-key not a Korean citizen if you're like the way it works out for certain people, it can be like you're not a Korean citizen simply because of ethnicity. Because like here in America, if you're born in, because we're a settler colony, so like the how we define nationality is gonna be way different from like a nation state, or like half of a nation state or whatever. So like for them, their nation is their state. Their state is, you know, like at least half of their nation, depending on who you ask and who you talk to. So like, because I think I was reading an article about like mixed Koreans kind of like wanting to be able to serve in like Korean military or whatever. So like that's a thing where like if your parents are from, like if you have a parent from another country and you have that nationality or whatever, you might not serve in the military for a guy, and that would basically make you not that wouldn't basically make that makes you not Korean by nationality, even though you're like ethnically Korean. Cause like that's a thing. Like if you're Korean but you're not South Korean, you're still a foreigner. If that makes sense. But then also, just simply being born or like just simply living in Korea isn't going to make you Korean the way simply living in America will make you American. Because it's still tied to like ancestry and things like that. And I don't really know that much. But all I'm saying is it's completely possible for just East Asian people, for like people who are like just of East Asian heritage, to have like dark brown hair instead of jet black hair without having to be white, like, or be tall and muscular without having to be white. Like, ugh. Positive Awakening said, on Abnormal Summit, there was a white boy who was born in Korea and lived there his whole life and spoke fluent Korean, so they said he was Korean. I mean, I feel like that's valid, but like, not only is it rare, it's like, I don't know, because like, I know for me personally, if you say, like, I don't know, because I'm also I'm not just, well, I am just American, but like my background is like Nigerian. So like in Nigeria, you can live in another part of Nigeria, but you're only ever really from the part that your parents are from, or like particularly the part that your dad is from is the only place like you actually have like claim to, if that makes sense. Am I making any sense? I feel like I'm not. But like ethnicity and nationality are kind of intertwined. So like I feel like it would be really possible for people to see him as like an honorary Korean, but like I don't think they would necessarily view that as like a category of Korean. They probably view him as an anomaly, as opposed to like this is a category of like ethnically not Korean Koreans, the way we have it here of like European Americans, African Americans, Latino American, like that whole Asian Americans, like that's an established theme that you're an American even though your ancestral homelands are outside of America or the Americas. Kasha asked if we've heard about BTS possibly being nominated for a Grammy. No, I have not. But I did mention it in one of my videos. Sarah said, it's called genetics. Mutations can happen. You get a recessive gene somewhere, so yeah, basically, like, it's not even any, like, if he had, like, red hair or something, actually, that would just be weird, but, like, I don't, like, it wasn't, I, that kind of thing just really grinds my gears, I guess. Cause, like, Nigerians see me and, like, I say I'm Nigerian and they're like, yeah, I know. But then, like, non-Nigerians see me and I say I'm Nigerian and they're like, oh, you don't look Nigerian. And it's like, you literally don't even know what that is. So, yeah. Positive Awakening says the whole ethnicity, nationality, and race is what confuses the world the most. Yeah, I just saw the Grammys, like, doing a review of Love Yourself, Her. Okay. I don't know if this is messy. I don't know if this is shady. I don't know. I don't know. But I saw a post, like, talking about the top selling albums of the year so far and, like, which one do you think should be album of the year? And it was like EXO, The War, GOT7's come back earlier in the year with Never Ever, BTS, Love Yourself, Her, and then 101. And, like, I was just so confused because, like, like, none of them really say album of the year to me, so I was just like, is this really the state of... Lami says the Grammys are possibly just doing it for the rate. I feel like everyone's doing it for the ratings because, like, even with the BTS boost, the BBMAs had their lowest ratings this year just because no one really cares. Because, like, overall, the pop music climate right now is just very uninteresting in the US. $19.89. Oh gosh, Positive Awakening says it's so funny when I see those articles talking about black people from the UK or Australia or somewhere, calling them African American. No, my favorite was when they described Naomi Anderson, who's a model, and they described her as an African American model from South London. African American from London. Okay. Taquan said, I feel like being petty. Which K-pop idols need vocal training? Wait, what happened to Chanla? I'm so confused. Lami, that's exactly what I was thinking. Like, they all just seem like there. Like, this year hasn't been bad, but it hasn't been like I can't really. Ooh, Chester said BTS's EP wasn't good at all to me. Serendipity was good though, but DNA sounded like it was recorded on an iPhone 4C in a shoebox. DNA, I like DNA more now that I've seen the music video and the performances. shitty needs some vocal training while doing push-ups and on the treadmill. Okay, so Lauren said, like, out of all of the albums I named, she would pick the BTS one only because of all the attention it got. But yeah, none of them really scream album of the year to her. Okay, but that's my problem with the way the industry is moving. That's how it's always kind of been, but oftentimes, like, it would coincide with, like, quality or whatever. My whole beef... What am I even... I feel like I'm getting into a rant. I'm not sure if I should, but I'm gonna go anyway, because... Whatever. But my whole beef with... Not even with ARMYs, it's just fans in general. Stan Twitter, all of that stuff. People conflate attention and clout and, like, all of that stuff with, like, actual quality. Like, they genuinely feel like because this many people have connected with something and it's reached this many people, it is better, or it does have a certain kind of quality. And it's just like, I don't even... And this has nothing to do with what we're actually talking about right now, but... Should I say this? I don't know. Because, like, I feel... I feel like I'm a borderline ARMY, so I should be able to critique ARMYs, but I know I'm not because, like, I just don't care that much. But at the same time, like, ARMYs, a certain kind of ARMYs, starting to get on my nerves again. Because, like, some ARMYs are just, like, dead set on making sure no one ever in their life even tries to think of saying anyone made anything possible for BTS. And it's just like, you literally wouldn't have this genre of music in the Republic of Korea if not for Salteji and the, like, that's paving the way. Cause, like, there was this whole, like, little thesis, little abstract or whatever about no one paved the way for BTS. They had to eat ramen every, like, 3 days. They couldn't even afford to make a whole ramen each day. Blah, blah, blah. And it was like, sis, no one said anyone, like, spoon-fed anything to BTS. That's not what paving the way means. Paving the way as in paving a road. Paving a road doesn't mean you come and you start taking people on your back and start piggybacking them to wherever they're going. That means there's a forest here. You whacked the bushes out of the way so that there weren't bushes in this one path, so that there's a path to now get from this place to this place through this forest. And then the next person comes along and they're like, hey, that's cool, but maybe it would be easier if we smoothed this little path instead of just having, like, the bushes kind of leaning back. We could just completely clear this path and it'll just be barren land. That way it's easier to walk across. Okay, cool. Then the next person who continues to pave that way, they lay stones because that makes it even smoother. Then the next person lays brick. Then the next person lays cement. Then the next person puts, like, I don't know, lane markers. That way people can go both ways. I was never even thought of when people started doing those things, but that paved the way for me to be able to drive on, I don't know, I-75 or whatever. That's paving a way. It has nothing to do with stuff being handed to you. It's just people shaped the world in a way that made your story possible. You can't say that BTS did all of this. Who would have been even checking for Korean niggas if not for freaking like, would BTS have popped off if they could only work in Korea? When I think even according to J-Hope, they were getting recognized in America before they were getting recognized in Korea. Like, would that have been a possibility? Would that have been a theme? Like, yes, BTS has brought a lot of people into K-pop, but even before that, they had American fans who just liked Korean pop music for whichever reason, and BTS was one of the new groups, and they just latched on to BTS, and to the point where they were able to come to Houston and Atlanta or wherever to do like fan meets or tours or whatever before they really popped off for real in the peninsula. So like, and the thing that grinds my gears is I don't understand how saying that is a diss at BTS. Like, how is that dissing BTS? How is that saying BTS didn't work super hard? BTS didn't beat the odds. BTS isn't a rags to riches story. Like, how does that negate any of BTS's story? It doesn't. TR Dream, where she said, I'm open to stand a new group, but if you shove it in my face, I'm probably gonna hate them. That's, I mean, I'm not quite like that, but like, Anthony says he thinks Korea's playing it safe with the music that's coming out right now. Aquasha said people act like BTS is Mozart and made music genres and stuff. Elmer says Arby's think BTS had it rough. Older groups were getting fucked. Chester says stuff we see eye to eye on the topic at hand. Thank you. Oh, I'm saying thank you to Chester. Quan says some of these K-pop fans act like K-pop is original. Wait, I'm confused. Positive Awakening said, but also hate that other fandoms feed into those types of army BS. Like, we know who started this K-pop movement, and BTS would exist if those idols didn't put out music. Would or wouldn't? Lami, thank you! Okay, Lami said, people forget that Bang PD had a name before BTS, and that helped them too. Okay, so I get that, like, Big Hit wasn't huge, but, like, literally, the people that I know who, like, bothered to, like, pay attention to BTS at debut were, like, 2 a.m. stands. Like, no, that's not, like, what's it called? That isn't, like, you know, Shiny shouting out EXO and, like, it's SNSD shouting out EXO, or, like, EXO shouting out NCT, or, you know, that isn't the big three, like, shout outs or, like, support or whatever. But that, like, they're, like, that's, it's not like Big Hit was absolutely just non-existent and, like, BTS was their first theme ever. Like, and that isn't taking away from the fact that BTS was, like, their first proper idol boy band, which is a big venture to go into. Joy said, I'm so annoyed, but I know those are unsophisticated teens that are the proof education systems are on the decline. I hate this dumb behavior. Like, sweetie, open a book, go on Google. Lauren says, I'm an army, and a lot of them get on my nerves. One thing I hate is when anyone says anything remotely negative about BTS, they come for them. Not everyone has to like everything BTS does. Okay, Lauren, and then my whole thing is, oh, if you ain't an army, then you can't be talking bad about them. You can't critique them. You can't blah, blah, blah. Okay, but if, like, some random bum off the road says, hey, that beat kind of bang, you're gonna broadcast it all over Twitter. Okay, so if I don't know BTS and I'm not a fan and I like something, then we need to proclaim it to all who can hear. But if I don't know BTS and I'm not an army and I have a critique, oh, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just bashing them. I'm just hating. And I get that, like, BTS is really big, so duh, they have haters and stuff. But, like, at the same time, like, who cares? Like, I don't know. But then again, I've never really stand, like a number one group like that, so I genuinely just can't relate. Omer said I just popped off. I'm not sure where I popped off, but... Huh? Who said... Who's... Honestly, really? I liked Power more than I liked Coco Bob. Like, as far as, like, first impressions go, I really, like, upon first listen, first watch, everything, like, I really, really liked Power. Ree said she's scared to say anything critical of BTS on Twitter because people would think she's an anti when she's not. Just not particularly a fan. Okay, but then, like... Let me not. Okay. Okay, Lauren brought up the Jeff theme. I literally didn't even, like, get to hear what that whole theme was about, because that got shut down so quick. And, like, I mean, I hope they don't listen to Melanetizens, because, like, we don't do it for a living. We're just speaking our truth, so... Frankie brought up... That clip came back of the Korean guy who was, like, pretending to, like, speak English, telling Rapmon to act his race. Gold. Good night, TR Dream. Okay. I have, like, maybe an hour left. Elmer, that breakdown in Coco Ball, like, I almost feel like it's hard for a reggae, not an actual reggae song by an actual reggae artist, but, like, whenever pop people do reggae, I feel like it's hard for it not to be generic, but, like, I like reggae, so it's whatever. But then that breakdown, like, literally who asked for that? I mean, I personally don't have a beef with like Ratman, I guess, using black speech or whatever. These sopapillas are like soggy, but it's still bangs, so here we are. I mean, sorry y'all, I'm all over the place. Mommy's trifling. She said she liked the Cocoa Bop challenge more than Cocoa Bop. But I feel like you could have a general idea of why Cocoa Bop didn't really hit that hard when you learned that the girl who wrote it in the demo, she said it goes down down baby. And then the non-native English speakers were the ones who had to change it to baby. Mm-mm. Wait, cornrows. Oh, I feel like that was one of those trends that they just like mass produced. And I'm just wondering why. I didn't even particularly like Monster. TBH. Thank you, Ree. Lucky one over Monster every day. Chester needs a velvet comeback if Red has a... Okay, so Red flavor. I wanted to like it, so I was able to. But like objectively speaking, would I have liked it if I was just like a casual K-pop fan who just is open to anything from any group? I can't say that I would, because it really had to grow on me. Living it up, it goes in. Yeah. I actually didn't watch the Monster music video. Actually, I'm not sure if I've actually watched the Monster music video all the way through. So that might be why. We actually watched the the Kikong music video. I'm not sure when it's going to be posted, but we did watch it. So you can check for that. It just went super duper fast out of nowhere. On Sammy Sophie Stuffy, our Kikong reaction should be coming out within the next week. Sarah is a hardcore army, and she'll admit that she's not as fond of this album. And that's fine. And if you are fond of that album, that's also fine. Like, you don't have to... I don't think people are like... I mean, you like what you like. I don't have a problem with that. My beef is with people, because, like... I don't know... It's probably not... There've probably always been people like this. It's just that I didn't see them as much because it was easier to just stay in, like, a certain cocoon of the fandom. But, like... People are, like, personally offended when, like, you don't like what they like. And it's, like... And honestly, I do the same thing, but, like, I'm joking most of the time. They aren't. And it's, like... Okay... Because, like, plenty of my friends and I, like, Devana kicked me out of the podcast for a good, like, 2 seconds when I told her that I really, really, really like Power. But, like, okay, and, like... Like, there always used to be a joke, like, if there's, like, a song that you think is just the worst song from a group, then you would say if you like that song or if that's your favorite song, then you're an anti of that group and everyone would kiki and that would be it. But, like, I feel like that sort of spirit is kind of lost on a lot of the, like, vocal or visible part of the fandom now. Monster Grout Overdose Lotto. Yeah. It's Quan, I love you, but, like, So we know it's really good. Sarangeyo. Sarah, Serendipity is low-key a masterpiece. And I think that's why Serendipity gave me, like, really high expectations for the rest of the mini. Dimple. You know what's really weird? Everyone really, really likes Dimple, but I can't remember it right now. So I think I need to listen to it again. Do I think Red Velvet will ever top Dum Dum red-wise? As far as their red side? I feel like they could, but they probably won't. Okay, so Elmer's an EXO anti. He needs the EXO Wolf remix on Apple Music. Yeah. Sweet Lies is majestic. I actually recorded a first listen to BTS's Love Yourself Her, and then the Power repackaged songs. Should I upload those? Chester says Luna's confirmed for a comeback, which is interesting. Okay, Joy's saying that the person who worked on Save Me also worked on Serendipity. I feel like as BTS does more like Western leaning or whatever songs, they should be working with that person because they do a really good job of like making it sound more Western but still making it sound unique at the same time, or like interesting rather. Yeah. I cancel it. I mean, I don't even think they need like an emotion. Like, why does stuff have to be deep? I know that's their brand or whatever, but like at the same time, like artificial love. Low key, artificial love. Like, I don't dislike it, but like it kind of doesn't sound like anything to me. Taekwon wants NCT 127 to perform The Eve in the Rain. What? Hey, Brianna. You know what I'm looking forward to in future BTS projects? V just coming through with his baritone self, no falsetto, just smoothing it out for us. Oh, Chester, I'm really mad at myself for not listening to them. Because, like, I just kind of hopped off of Exit after they blew up because, like, they kept sort of doing the up and down type theme. So I just stopped checking for them. And then I was on Spotify and, like, my playlist finished and then they just started playing random related songs. And I heard Night Rather Than Day. I mean, I still haven't listened to that album, but, like, I need to because it sounded so good. Take it to the secret place, drop the shades and crank the bass. Joy said she wants all of BTS vocal line to go down an octave. I don't, and that's another, like, that's just my preference. I prefer, like, deeper, richer type things. I'm going down, down, baby. Boom, boom, baby. Lauren says Taehyung looks too fine this comeback. He does, but I really don't like his hair. Which is funny, because, like, it's not, like, ugly or anything, but I just don't, like, it. I feel like it comes from, like, here, and then it just, like, hit, like, I don't, something about that just, like, bothers me. Like, it feels like the middle part is coming from the middle of his head, and like, I don't know. Can you love me right? I really like Call Me Baby, which is interesting. Tasty from Woolim. I think they're also ethnic Koreans. I like Rapmon's hair, which is interesting. Fake K-pop fan confession. I don't think I've ever actually like sat down and listened to an entire EXO album outside of their debut, and I think it was Exodus. Street? Is Street the name of the album from Exit? Joy said, the thing is, I love when male singers with the range go into falsetto, but all the time, I need the whole of K-pop to stop altogether with their constant head voice stuff. That's my whole thing. Like, I hope I'm remembering it. Jisoo, if anyone remembers, Dalmatian/DMTN, there was one guy, I think his name was Jisoo. His falsetto was magnificent. Like Shy Lights level falsetto. And I don't particularly care for falsetto all that much, but it was like magnificent. Like, I understood why he was doing a falsetto. But I feel like people just do falsetto because they kind of can. And like, it shows that they can sing, and it's like, but what does that do for the song? What Shy Lights. That's like an old 70s band. I don't even know if the Shy Lights used falsetto that much, but like, actually they probably didn't. Shy, like, Chi-Town. So CHILITES. Fun fact about me, I lost like the semifinal round of the spelling bee because I couldn't spell gangster because I went too fast, so I forgot the second G. Brianna said, some people it sounds good, but when you sound like a dying dog, it's time to stop, fam. Like, that, but like I said, I think I mentioned it in my first listen. Like, I didn't know Taehyung's voice was sounded the way it did until like I Need You or something. It wasn't really I Need You, but it basically might as well have been. Like, it was way into BTS's discography before I actually heard like their actual voices, or like at least Taehyung's actual voice. So like, that's the kind of thing that annoys me. Like, why do we fall into, like, I get that it's formulaic and blah blah blah, but like, why do we keep falling into these like why do we do stuff just to do it instead of doing stuff to like better the whole or the like greater picture or whatever. No, I feel like most K-pop idols try to like, not even just K-pop. I feel like I worded that weird, but I feel like for K-pop, when people sing, they're generally trying to like fit like a very narrow ideal of what a singer is supposed to sound like to like I guess fit the pop sound. I'm still curious as to what BET Korea is going to be playing. Is the Stray Kids a new JYP? I don't know. I guess they're kind of like a trainee situation. Like a really weird training situation. One of them was born in like 2007 and they put some like faux locks in his head. He's only 10. Like, why? Why? Joyce said, when I heard about BT, I thought, why can't our people have peace? Why? What's Elevator? Okay, that's cool too. Okay, I was on the phone. My mom called, so I was just... Oh my gosh, what? Hoo-da-hoo. Ba-doo. Aqua Teen Hunger Force. You can't see me. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry, y'all. I feel like the devil just really doesn't want me to stream. But Okay. If you want. Is Taeyeon problematic? I mean, she literally did something in like 2009, but like, I've never heard anything disproving everyone's intuition about her. So if everyone has a certain intuition about her, I'm not going on any like witch hunting campaigns or like, oh, she's a this or she's a that. Whatever. But like, she gives off a certain vibe. I'm sorry, I look so busted. Like I was just looking in her